When Enra, the breaking news bureau say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has nominated 7 judges for the Supreme Court. No, and apart we maybe read the reactions. No, adia bakwa na Melodies ebusian for eka and say, omunim say MPP for ebe sha say omo kasa e wasem we ho. Na em say wa kan sa asem no wasem a wo kan ye endu 24 hours simple. Ewe President Akufo Addo ankasa lawyer a efe no ko esuman. Wa baba be kasa a trese or trese adia His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wo ye no. Em say oma ye democracy no say. Na yenkenkan nsem a wo kan angle a wo fa asem no efri. And then I'm going to you would want to hear what I would say on this. Now, we a consumer. Or say, I've seen a letter circulating on social media purportedly written by the Secretary of the President and addressed to the acting Chief Justice in his capacity as Chairman of the Judicial Council. Or say, the letter supposedly nominates 7 justices of the Court of Appeal to the Supreme Court. Not just a letter, me babek in country, I'm not sure. Or say, this method by which the Secretary to the President writes directly to the Chairman of the Judicial Council is alien to the age-old practice of nominating persons for appointment to the Supreme Court. Also, the Supreme Court in Ghana Bar Association versus Attorney General 2016 affirmed this practice of nomination, which does not involve the President writing through his Secretary to the Judicial Council, the court held. Also, Oshe Senior His Excellency John Dramani Mahama warrior nomination na ayade bi ye alien to this country. Say President Mahama man the secretary mum atra kwa command the Judicial Council. Judicial Council no the current acting Chief Justice no. Bafo boni enetia no. Na say ye pese ye appointed and ye nominate judges eba Supreme Court ye nye ne saa. Me say you would know the hypocrisy MPP for. Me say MPP for, they only know what is right when they are in opposition. In Ghana for, you making sure say always you keep them in opposition. And you know their hypocrisy. Or say you nominate new judges to the Supreme Court. Any say President, Secretary, and a troll letter, the acting and now say the Judicial Council, any say President, Secretary, and a trust answer no. Or say that practice is that nominations for appointment to the Supreme Court come mainly from the Attorney General, the Ghana Bar Association, and the Chief Justice. And the Judicial Council sends their recommendations on successful candidates to the President, who then pursues the process to completion. Or say, ne papemuno, nanka, ye pesi nominati judge seko Supreme Court, Attorney General, enebe nominati. Attorney General nominati na I go through Ghana Bar Association. Inti go through Ghana Bar Association na afei afa Chief Justice so na akọ Judicial Council so ose ne papemu no nanka that is the process. Etie for muntie ni yo ose ne papemu no that is the process. It will come from the Attorney General and then it will go to the it will come from the Attorney General and then it will go to the Ghana Bar Association and then it will go to the Chief Justice and then the Judicial Council. Now Judicial Council no omuria na ase or say sends their recommendations on successful candidate to the President. Omuria na afi wo mumum e de akwa koma President no. Or say in practice, the President notifies the Attorney General of his nominations. The Attorney General then attends the Judicial Council meeting in practice muno papa muno President no inti yenfa say Excellency John Dramani Mahama sa nominations here wo person ye ne papa muno na ka o say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama mom e no bo Attorney General amane na se Mahama bo Attorney General amane na Attorney General no akọ meeting with the Judicial Council na what the ato Judicial Council nenim into ono ne de ne say instead of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Emma, the Secretary, directly to the Judicial Council, no. Nanka was Attorney General mom and the Judicial Council. Basically, no, that is in the stance. Say the appointment of the judges to the Supreme Court, no. The senior His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, warrior and Nenya San and Kawasa Eko. Anka o say or the ma attorney general na attorney general de koba Mahama de ama ne secretary na ne secretary moma eden e de akọ. If the Judicial Council finds the nominee suitable, the council will advise the president accordingly. President Mahama has in the past ignored the Judicial Council's advice. Into what tremwa a condesarea Judicial Council nimum ebeka said assume senior bentia ode by a fuaso. Now person address say in the past no Judicial Council Emma Mahama etunifo now so Mahama intie. Or say yes, President Mahama is doing a lot of things that are alien to the constitutional order, the rule of law, legal practice, and the independence of the judiciary. Ghana is currently on a very slippery slope. Into what I say, Ghana sisi ayedu no, baby ayedu no, dear His Excellency John Dramani Mahama warrior no, or bo or mine no, or my form, or bo mine form. Me see, as same way I may be king, I have said it on countless occasions, but I'm so true to her. The MPP party, as at now, has become a party of hypocrites. It's as if say, ye he Ghana fo ni na, ni ye he omo a nyatwom honhom edoso ewo mumu. Ni ye he na se nyatwom honhom na eti mu no eso a, ni ye de wakwa akɔhye MPP. Na person ye politics and ye de wahye MPP mu. And that many oka say, the reason why the Chief Justice, one of the major reasons in the Chief Justice no, or yes suspended, and they say, the Chief Justice wrote to the President, telling the President say, assume senior bentin and a me pese modeno eba Supreme Court. That time the President Akufo Addo, nan the lawyer, the personal lawyer, sa branch ye friend called Suman. When to me and to President Akufo Addo for say, process na Chief Justice ne fa so no wrong because Kosuman betray and say the processes to appoint someone to the Supreme Court and they say President ni mum ne was say what the fa Attorney General so na Mahama de no or the afa ne secretary so into wrong. Meanwhile no emra na wo ye lawyer to President Akufo Addo no enya President Akufo Addo mpo na de ko fa Attorney General so a Chief Justice ni mum and or they be fa President ne so, which is total bukata. Inti opeso atrese Mahama de no ufri 1 e wo se uko 2 na wako 3 na so Mahama oko no ufri 1 e no ko 1.5 oko 1.5 ano jump ko 3 inti wo se Mahama o boga na form na so ono ne de President Akufo Addo no instead of President ni be free 1 e free ako 2 ako 3 no President ni free 10 e 1 no free ho ba 1 inti from 10 and oba 1 and call 5 and call 7 in king kan ben no but ono no sa time no ye lawyer to the president and the cite Chief Justice says ade na wo ye ne etiambra no abrantie we ene ne political party and abrantie we political party MPP can say Chief Justice ni ndi bone na so no be ka tren yen say Mahama e de fa secretary so dia Mahama aye bone a obo Ghana form. You see the hypocrisy of the MPP. You see the hypocrisy of the MPP. You can't hear young Crawford say your propaganda niye. But what is propaganda? I deal with your propaganda. All of a sudden, just 4 months, and then you know what is right. You know how we appoint the Supreme Court judges. You know, inti Mahama Emma Secretary atrakwa koma we no, it is wrong, a mistake. And then a mistake. Say Mahama man the secretary track the Judicial Council, head of the Judicial Council, and then a mistake. Now so more time, Chief Justice Mumna a trobeba president fe fasu me senior bentin breme e wo Supreme Court ho. And then the mistake. Wo share as a lawyer to the president, wo share e masadi any see. And the year quote Chief Justice says I na wo ye no wetiam branch ni yenyi no mu sun ama Chief Justice say we ndi bone. Ubetina aka say Mahama dia wo no ankasa ambra ne trese wono emfanfo obi so no osi ono ankasa odi fo obi so no de ono de we di bone kese. You are talking about more MPP more timer na sa time no secretary to the president to me throw letter warning the speaker of parliament Abambagbin e catch Abambagbin say desist warning Abambagbin say hwana wan fam mrabia Abra Ghana mbra the constitutional duty of Abambagbin say omo passing bill la omo de be president say president be assent no wo mo time no the secretary to the president to me throw letter ma bambag ben warning and said desist from sending us some bills na mo pass with parliament in a harshly worded event saying letter, harshly toned letter. And then you dare speak about the act of using the secretary to the president. Say it is not in our laws, a alien. Sir? Now wagana mremu. One more time. When there's the secretary to the president was dismissing a Martin Amidu and then was in a battle with Martin Amidu. Kunkrai. And then the mremu. It was not alien, meboa. Moba opposition 4 years, but now you all of a sudden, now you know what is right. When you were the lawyer for President Akufo Addo, that time now name the name papa. You see the hypocrisy of the NPP. Na nini name no. Nipa. There is something, right? There is a study. Or say most often, people make decisions due to emotions. Now, if they make the decisions due to emotions, now they find logical reasons. They will find logical reasons why they made that decision. Most often, no ni party. Intino, ube hune say, adie na abano, no kware ne say, ompe, say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama appointed 7 judges to the Supreme Court. Ompe, and that is the case. That is the deal. Into one panel, afi. Wati asese wo mpesa ade no nti afi wo betena se na wadwen ho reasons genti nti afi anso wo betena se adwen ho na ma pe reasons mpiombe saa na nipa biate nti ube hu se wo bi bekwa akote sika na de atoka ne boarding otoka ne boarding wi a emotional decision otoria na afi na wo betena se adwen ho se ka we amatokra na obi bisa me se die ntia na meti sika me de akwakotoka ne boarding se ya obepe logical reason amane se die ntia me toka ne boarding ne se me nam kroma man krofo yesi me yesi ka ne kra na ya affordable ka ne kra na ya durable ne ho aden ene se ni na logical reasoning to the emotional decision they made. Into oba bi wo ho o ha onim se be meyi obi kunu. Onim se be me obi kunu pa na so ne bekwa akoye bibi. Emotional decision. Oni ne yes ade ni wie na obi bebi san se die ntia na wakofo obi kunu na afia so wo bedwen logical reasoning wo ho. Oh, ohwe me yi o. Any say oh yeah ne ho ofel branch ne ho ya me for ni obema bi o say emotional wa make emotional decision ne de dada wa penny pa kro nti o penny wie na afia san watena se hu ne say logical reasoning be na me de beta echi. It is human psychology. Who study human psychology, or you read about the human brain or the human psychology. It is one of the reasons like obeti nipa se on that level. It clearly no here someone walk a emotional decision. He doesn't like it. But yentina se yen hwe de entia obi bisam se mempa de entia na menka se mempe. Eno de fa ho so say president de na attorney general sumum na so de akwa chief or de akwa the secretary so eno hunti na ye bone eno hunti Ghana abofom mo boni amomo di okrom na ebini mo boni amoba be di kra Ghana mbofom mo boni amodi ye kra na Ghana mbofom asa mo pe bebi ntina e je vo mo tra mo ajo comment box ni mo medase